What is going on, y'all? This is the start of a new way of filming here at Party Auto Pros. This is going to be for my YouTube format, as you're probably going to be viewing this on YouTube. And what we're doing is we're going to mix some things up. I have a video that went up maybe a few days ago. By this point, by the time you see this, of me changing up how I do content. I can already tell my camera's a little dirty, but I just want to fit into the YouTube space in a different way than what I have been. We're not going to be doing reviews. We're going to still do some uncut stuff. I'm actually going to start editing a lot of everything that I do. My goal is to record my details. I'll still have a presence online for Instagram, but we're going to do a little bit different going forward on YouTube, where it's going to be more POV. So I want to bring you 4K point of view. Make sure when you're in your settings, you're setting your format, whatever you want to call it, to 4K, just so you can get the best experience. But today, as it says in the title and description, we're going to do a little garage tour. I picked up one of these guys, and I think this is going to be how I'll do things going forward. I'll figure out a mic at some point, but with this being so close to my face, you're gonna have a lot better audio than you have in the past. So we are in, and we'll probably go in and out between 1 time zoom, so what you're seeing now, which is your standard zoom, versus 0.5. We'll try 0.5 first to see how the quality is, and then go from there. So let's see if I can get this to emulate how I look at the garage. Perfect. Okay, so here's the garage. It looks a lot different than what we had done before. As you can see, I have my day job all set up here. It's a Friday afternoon. Friday afternoons, I like to be here in the garage because I have a workspace in the house and one of our extra bedrooms, and I'm trying to change that up. I feel like I don't need that space because I spend most of my week in the offices, and I felt like this is a better space that's more hybrid, right? I set this up. I'm not taking up too much space with the desk inside. I have great Wi-Fi out here because I get about 1 gig worth of download speeds, which is great. So yeah, here we are. Kind of a hybrid setup. I really like it. And let's start over here. So we've condensed our space in our garage down quite a bit in terms of how we use it. I shouldn't say we condensed our space. We've condensed our normal people garage things by renting out a storage unit down the road. So a lot of these things that you see here are things that we just use day to day, week to week when it comes to maintaining our home. A couple other things like skis, strollers, little carts for our son. I sometimes give kicking lessons because at one point in my life I was a collegiate kicker. I used to have a shelf up there. I don't have it anymore. This used to have all of my detailing stuff on here, but it's just not functional, and it got in the way when it was over there. So what you're gonna see here is typically some gardening stuff, some potting stuff with plants inside, maybe some chemicals for maintaining the home, standard stuff over here. I do keep distilled water over here for my dilutions, and then my bucket kit items that I sell are going to be here, and then some overflow stock for things like coating applicators. There's also some coating towels in here as well. I'll also I just feel like since I don't have cabinets, this is going to be the space for some machines. So you got my pressure washer, the Active 2.0, a little Bissell extractor, not a real extractor, just more of the spot clean thing that you can get at Target or Amazon. McCulloch, whatever you want to call it, steamer, and then my little 7-in-1 workbench. So that thing on the bottom, maybe we'll do a little demo of this on one of these videos so you can see all that it does. It's a creeper, it's a cart, it's like a step stool thingy where, some detailers, they buy I have really tough time with words. So this is going to be happening a lot of the time with me, but it's like a platform that, sits yay wide across, the floor that you can stand up and get on top of like a big truck. But it has that. It's also a tabletop, and then it can work as like a bandsaw tabletop as well. There's some connectors. So see if I can get this angled down just a touch more for you. I can always bend backwards a lot easier. Okay, so TV was once there. Now it's moved over here, which was actually a great move because of the glare that I'd get from the lights. This is just a really, really cheap Fire TV that I had received during one of the Amazon sales that they always do. So some more recreational stuff here. I have my, not a custom, but an oversized awning. It's like a 12 by 12, so the extra 2 feet on each side actually helps a lot. And then some beverages. You'll see me always drinking Fresca, LaCroix, and then some Zeros. I love some Coke Zero. That's full leaded, so I'm cheating. Yeah. Anyways, that's about it for that side of the garage. A lot of the times I'll be playing different detailing stuff, whether it's like Obsessed Garage, Rad Company, looking back at some old stuff from both of those guys. And when I'm coding vehicles, I'll probably be listening to a lot of classical music, which is kind of my vibe. Here's a Corolla. We will still try to do the Corolla project. I did get some awesome coilovers in from Max Speeding Rods. That's a play on words. Maybe we'll show these real quick. My awesome neighbor. I've been doing some stuff for him on all of his vehicles in terms of maintenance, coatings, some corrections, because he had offered to help me with some of the roller project, and this will be our first big one. I'd call this close to Purdy Auto Pros Blue, but yeah, I mean, it's kind of close, right? But I'm super excited for this. Maybe we'll take this and use this as a thumbnail at some point. But yeah, I don't wrench a lot. And you'll notice as we do this tour, I don't have a lot of things to wrench with. So using my resources and my friends, that's what we'll be doing this weekend. All right, moving on. Over here, we have a California Air Tool oil-free air compressor. The reason why I have this is because of decibels. So that wall that has that cheap insulation, whatever you want to call those little sound-reducing panels or sound-deadening panels, anyways, actually helps with acoustics in here. My son's right there, so that's why those are up, and that's why I have a lot of things that are more decibel sensitive to where I made those decisions based off of sound. Not the biggest tank. I'm not sure what the size of the tank is. 5 gallon, whatever you want to call it. But yeah, it does the job. I don't have any reels, so you'll notice, well, first, this is typically outside. This is just a garden hose. My hose bibs are on the clear other side of the house over there. And then over here, where I actually don't have an entrance to my fence. So I'm actually hopping the fence a lot. So you're going to get a lot of those POVs of me being able to hop my fence. It's a really tall fence. But anyways, this typically isn't here. This is where I usually keep my airline. Here is my, I think it's a true MTM. Is it MTM? Yeah, I'm assuming it's MTM. Just because of the MTM fittings. But yeah, I need to replace it. I probably will use Cobra Jet at some point. But it's done well for the last 2.5 years. So some hoses for our handy dandy DeWalt vacuum. The reason I have this guy, it's obviously way too big, but it's their like Whisper series. Not Whisper, I think Whisper is like a Ryobi term, but whatever their, Sonic Sound, I don't know what it is, but it's supposed to be a quieter version of a vacuum, and it's actually super, super quiet, which is awesome. Okay, over here, my handy dandy diamond box, sponsored by the Rad Company. Just kidding. I've had this since 2015, so almost 9 years. It works great. It does the job. I use it a lot when I kicked at the University of Montana, when we'd be in the stadium. I take it everywhere I'd go, and now it's here, and it's perfect for this area. And I actually use it a lot when I'm correcting or blowing out at night. And if I'm doing late jobs, I throw on some sound machine type noises that matches my son's, and it's perfect for deadening the noise, so I can just go crazy in here. Obviously, we got a Rag Company poster here. We're not going to talk about that. We have our ghost buckets, which I got from Detail Division. So hit up Scott at Detail Division. I think that's his URL. If you want these restaurant style buckets, they're like somewhere between 20 and 30 bucks. Some people lose their minds over it. If you got like your local detail shops buckets up there, they probably sell them for 13 bucks. Those are Uline. I get 10 of them for $5.10 a piece. But you get up there when you get to specialized buckets. I like the clear buckets, so that's how I roll. Grit Guard, shout out Grit Guard. They're trying to send me a set for free. I told them no, because I need 3 of them. I'm not going to ask them for 3 sets. Just not like that. But they gave me a discount code that I'm going to use and make some content for them, because I'm going to get the rollerblade style casters in 3-inch so they can roll perfectly across the floor. So shout out to them. And then Detailer Society bucket labels. They also do custom air fresheners, which I have here. I'm not a huge, I kind of screwed up my scent. I shouldn't have picked this scent. It's very specific to what people may like. It's ocean, and I'm probably going to switch to like a sandalwood. So clients, I'm not really hanging these. I'm really, for the most part, just giving them and then telling them about the scent. If they want to use them, they can use them. So, and I'm drying a few out so that people just want to rep it. They're not overpowering. All right, so microfibers, these are washed. I should have probably folded these. We have some crap Costco ones that I use for dirty jobs or interiors if I'm really desperate. The 70-30 blend is not a thing when it comes to Costco towels, so like it's just a lower tier. I think they're true 80-20 blends. We give them crap. The edges are okay. It is dual pile, so you see your shorter pile over here, longer pile over here. We're not going to get too much into it. I always crap on them just because why not? I'm a big connoisseur of the Rag Company, but they're not horrible. Here's the cabinet. Again, all you're going to see in here is microfiber. So we have some pads up there. We're going to be changing our stuff out. Got to see all the folks with Buff and Shine. I got to meet Tony. We're going to see what we can get in my garage that I can start using and getting away from the Rupes pads into something that I like a little bit more that can get my jobs done the way I want to get them done. But you'll see I have way too many towels. Again, if we want to do like a walkthrough of the towels, we'll do it. And this is my sticker cabinet. I started this, maybe a year and a half ago. I have a ton that I need to put up. So we'll probably, I think if I focus on that, I can get this all filled because I've been saving up a bunch. Our wheel bucket. We have a little Craftsman tool set that I have. I think it's the automotive one. Detail Division knee thing for kneeling. I just freaking kneel on the concrete. I learned on SwissTrax it's really hard to kneel, so I'll probably use that more when I get some sort of flooring put in. These are where I put my coatings. I think it's a cheap way of saying this is a special box, and when clients come and I hook them up with some little sample bottles of a glass cleaner, rinseless wash, and an interior cleaner, it's special. It's a cool experience. So we're adopting a lot of Armor Detail Supply. I am going to be testing out some Crystal Serum Ultra. We put Pro, Armor Detail Supply, Quartz Pro on this, and then Stout on the Corolla. To round it out, we think we probably want to bring in Crystal Serum Ultra just to kind of get an idea of what we really want to do. My gut is we'll probably adopt Armor's stuff first, and as I test Ultra, that'll be good. And then if I feel the need that we would want a single layer application that's super slick, Stout has been great just based off my experience. All right. This is kind of a miscellaneous cart. I got my rotary on the bottom of this with some Detail Factory curve balls and screw balls. I'm not a fan of the screw ball, if I'm being honest. I need to find a better use for it. I'm hearing that tire dressing is a good use for this guy. So, again, more of a miscellaneous cart because I don't have cabinets. But since I don't have cabinets, I have these flex stack packs that may emulate something that would, be thrown into a cabinet or maybe a more toolbox style of storage solution. So you'll notice there aren't a ton of stuff going on in here. It's really just a lot of miscellaneous stuff. Hey, there's my sandalwood. Yeah, that's definitely the scent. Vanilla's a little niche. Okay, so again, a lot of miscellaneous stuff, and this is going to be more like a junk drawer of a bunch of crap. Stuff for podcasts when I'm on, more stickers that I probably need to put up, etc., etc. We're not going to talk about that. If anyone has any cool cabinet arrays that are cheaper, let me know. Again, more toolbox stuff. A couple extra polishers down there. That one I don't really have a big use for. We do have a couple other polishers right here as well. And this is kind of my versatile. I use this a lot more than anything else in the garage just because it, let's close this. I can move things over. Boop, boop, boop. So this kind of follows me around wherever I go, which is awesome. It really is perfect for interiors, for corrections, for coatings. Coatings is super important, so I'm not running around the car. And then also for exteriors. So some storage stuff of some older chemicals. There's, I think, one of these that I'll probably end up taking to my storage unit. The other two I might keep just because they have some other towels and et cetera, some backstock stuff. So, all right, let's go by the products. So we got P&S, a lot of P&S products. Shout out to Sydney for hooking me up all the time by getting me some new releases. So this is a new series from the Pro, or a new item from the Pro series called Release Vacuum Aid. Something similar to the 3D line, but a lot of the inspiration came from obviously people pushing to use something like paint gloss. I got paint gloss right up there, nice and purple back there. It's a vacuum aid, anti-static, stuff like that. So this is more specific to that use, and it smells much better than paint gloss. I'm not a fan of the paint gloss scent, and this smells great. I swear it's like a detergent style smell. Yeah, it just smells really clean. I love that. Almost like what's the word I'm looking for? What are those things that people put in to make their stuff soft? Softeners? Nice, Brandon. Yeah, so kind of like a softener. ADS, I know I don't have a lot of bottles sitting here, but ADS is one of the most used products in my garage. We have shampoo, which is here. I keep these bottles just because if I'm doing videos, I want to show off the labels. ADS is also in these two bottles down there, along with the alkali wool cleaner down there. But then we have the gallon forms, of course. And then you already saw the ADS stuff in there. So I love Armor. I'd love to talk about Armor, not just like to review their stuff because I already have used it. It's in my lineup for a reason, but to walk through the brand and talk about the brand. Talk about Bradley and DJ. We got to meet him this week. It was so fun. Okay, so stoners. I'm not a fan of like the reacher tool. I think I have one somewhere. Just rather get inside the car and just get it done, unless it's like some sort of coupe, like a Porsche, where you just cannot get your arms back there, then I would pull it out. But Terminator, that's kind of my tire reset thing that uses, these things use, what are they called? It's like a solvent remover. And that's really the only way to reset a tire unless you have mineral spirits, acetone, Ulex. Those are a little harsh, so I like stoners. I just like to get it on, agitate real quickly, and then get it off. Some rinseless, McKee's N914, Oberk, both great products. We've been using touchless or traceless for a little bit. By Bill Tamber, I also have a big thing of touchless back there. I love that stuff. It's just a great product. All the KCX. Now, it's not that I have two of all these things, because I actually do have two of some of these, but I actually have a lot of different stuff on here. I just couldn't fit it. So Top Star, Leather Star, GSF, GFX, Reactivation, more GFX, Rapid, Alkali, Ulix, T, Fresh Up. I got two of those. Plastar, Tire Glaze, Finish Exterior, Hydroplast Care, Hydrofoam, and Protector Wax. Glass cleaner, clay spray all around. Motorplast, 2 of those, and then the 5 liters of some of my favorites. Finally, we're up here. We have my bucket kits that I sell. We have an exterior kit we sell for, I think it was gonna be 99 bucks, but then I threw an amplify, so it might be 110, and then the complete kit's gonna be 150. So much stuff in these kits. The price I'm selling them for is really close to the price that a consumer could go out and get it at, or get it for, excluding shipping. A lot of this stuff I get free shipping on. So yes, I get breaks here and there. I need to make some sort of money on these kits, right? But all in all, you can't source them the way we sourced them. And that's why the price is really similar if you were to look it up online. So that's more for my clients that are enthusiasts that want to maintain their vehicles in between their quarterly detail they do with me. All right. I think that might be it. We have a spotless system here on the cart. We just changed out the resin there. So, and then I have my backup. That was kind of my first ever pressure washer, the Sunjo. It had never died on me, so I've kept it. All right. Let me know what you guys think of this. I do like this format. I think this will be my long form style way of uploading, and I think it's pretty slick. Let me dismount real quick. I think there'll be like 1 or 2 edits in here. I know I don't really edit all that much, but we'll try to make it clean. This style where we're doing like a garage tour, it's probably gonna be close to a 20-minute video. I think that's good for long form. I think it'd be fun to condense exterior jobs into 20 minutes, interiors the same thing. Full details 30 minutes, and then maybe for the folks that want to see a full through and through correction and coating, we make those hour-long segments. I think it'd be cool. So let me know. I know there's not a lot of you that are supporting me, but those that are, I appreciate you, and your opinions mean a lot to me. So thanks again. We'll try to be more consistent, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.